Hey everyone, it's Amanda, and I am here bringing you a process video using the Dream Quest Click kit, and it's featuring the Journey collection. And I am in love with this collection. It is absolutely beautiful. So it's definitely different than what I would normally choose if I were to just go pick papers and embellishments out for myself. But the way that it's coordinated together and the colors are it's breathtaking, and I loved using it. So I am scrapping a photo of my husband and my daughter going fishing, and I'm doing something that I never do, which is take full 12 by 12 pages and just cut into them right away. And I almost went through every single page and just cut random widths of strips out of it. And I did it because I wanted to use as many of the pattern papers as I could. This was the first layout I think that I did with this kit, and I was challenging myself to go kind of bold with the background, and I wanted to try to use as many of those papers as I could. So I have a cut file from the Silhouette store that was just, I think it's called Bubbles or something, I don't remember. I'll link it in the description below so that you can find it if you'd like to use it. But I grabbed that, and then at first I started trimming out my circles, just scissors, and then I got smart and I was like, this is dumb. I have circle punches. I should just go grab those. And so I went and grabbed those, and I did have a punch for all of the circles except for the largest ones. But I just traced around them with a pencil and figured it out that way. And I started using my Tombow, and then I decided that it was too messy, so I went and got my Zig 2-way glue pen, and it worked much better. So I'm really liking how this is turning out so far. Now I'm working on the back side of the paper. Here in just a few minutes, you will see me get smart, and I will flip it over and start working kind of on top of the background that I pick. I'll go grab a tan colored cardstock for the background, just for my stash because it coordinates so well with the papers, and I'll just start gluing the circles down to that. So you can see that the papers have a lot of teals and, well, I don't know if it's teals, but like that bluish green and craft colors and this really pretty pink and wood grain, and it's just so earthy feeling. And I knew that whenever I took this picture that this would be the perfect collection to use to scrapbook it. So I just go through, I'm not really paying attention. I knew that I didn't want patterns next to each other, and I didn't really want like dominant colors next to each other. So there's a couple that have like a really bold bluish green background, and I made sure that they weren't next to each other, or like the pinkish reds that they weren't next to each other, things like that. So yeah, you'll notice on the right side that whenever I pulled it up off my mat, I'm actually getting ready to glue the circle underneath it here in just a second, that I ripped it. And I was kind of bummed, and then I forgot to put embellishments over top of it, but that's okay. I'm looking at the layout now, and if I didn't tell you that, you would probably never even notice it because most of my title work and my photo and some embellishment clusters are there, and so it kind of draws the eye away from it. So it turned out okay. But I'm just going to continue going through, punching out circles as I see them, and gluing them down. It's kind of a therapeutic process a little bit, just, trying to figure out where I wanted what. It took me, this was one of my longer layouts that I did, but I was trying to challenge myself to do something circular, and I wasn't ready to go full scale yet, but I like the way that this turned out. So, and by full scale, I mean like do an entire layout as one big circle. I'm not there yet. I'd like to get there. Maybe by the time the summer's over, I can talk myself into it. We shall see. So then I get even smarter, and I just start using my ATG and gluing it straight down to the cardstock. I had a lot of common sense issues with this layout. I tried to make things a lot harder than they needed to be for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and jump through because we all know what it looks like to cut out papers and stick them to cardstock. And I wanted to show you how I accidentally did not cut enough strips wide enough for my larger circles, which is what you're seeing now. And I really didn't want to go back into my kit and cut more strips. So what I decided to do was take a look at the cut apart sheet and see if there were any of the 3x4 cards or the 4x6 cards that I could use and, trace around. And I found these two. At first, I thought I was just going to use the, what does it say? You Are the Greatest card. But then I noticed that the one next to it was that really pretty dream catcher. And so I decided to cut both of them apart and use both of them to finalize those two larger circles. And I really like the way it turns out. I didn't accidentally, but I ended up covering up most of the Dreamcatcher one, and honestly, most of the You Are the Greatest, but it still adds a different element to the layout by adding those words. And so I just trim those out and glue them down. And it worked out perfectly, because I was so afraid that I was going to have to cut into the pattern paper more. And I was already limiting myself. Like, I didn't have any sheets that I could use as a full background anymore. And I was already stepping way outside my comfort zone just doing what I had done at the beginning. So I'm glad that I was able to find a way to use those to fit into the layout the way that I wanted. And the colors are perfect too, because it coordinates with the kit. So here I'm just tracing around that one and then cutting it out and gluing it down. So while I'm finishing this up, I wanted to just kind of give you a little bit of my plans. Today is July 10th. This will be uploaded on July 11th, I guess. Right now I have 5 videos that I need to do voiceovers for, and about 3 more that are in my video camera waiting to I just need to upload them to my computer. And my goal is to get as many voiceovers and videos uploaded to YouTube as I can, because on Monday I will be 38 weeks pregnant, and I'm already starting to show like a lot of signs of impending labor. So I want to make sure that I have some stuff stockpiled so that I can just go through and hit publish in YouTube. That's my goal, to kind of keep the content coming while I don't really want to say maternity leave, because hopefully I can get up here and scrapbook some in the meantime. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. And then I am still finishing up some projects. I know I keep mentioning them, that are going to you'll hear more about later on this month and into August. But I just have a lot going on, and I'm trying to do it all. I'll just leave it at that. So I will get as much done as I can, and hopefully I will leave you with some fun videos to watch, some inspiring videos to watch, and I can just feel satisfied that I've done as much as I could. So I'm taking my Zig glue pen, and I am just running it around the edges of the frame of that die cut and sticking it down to the cardstock. And at this point, the background is completely finished, and I am ready to start my clusters for my photo and my embellishment clusters. So I love this paper. It's like a cork board, which I think is a really awesome texture for a background paper. And I mount my photo on that, and then I go and I grab, it's kind of like it looks like well, I'd look to see first if I want to use that one, and that was just too much yellow. So I go and I'm looking through the paper, and I find the sky, and I just try to keep it mainly to the blue without getting any of the clouds in there. And I double matte the photo, and that's all the matting that I'll do to the photo. And then I'm just, you can't see, it's off frame, but I'm going through and I'm looking through the embellishments that came in the kit, and there was this, I'm trying to see if I'm pulling it out yet. I can't tell. Hopefully, I'm going to knock on wood. This is the 3rd time that I've tried doing this recording, and both times I get really far into it and my iMovie crashes. So I don't know if it had to do with the length, because it started out as a 21-minute video, and I edited some of it out, and then I actually sped it up. I normally do my my speed at 300, and I sped it up to 325, trying to cut it down even smaller, or shorter. So that's why it seems like it's a little bit faster than my other videos. But I really wanted to get this voiceover done, and it's like everything was working against me. So I hope that that's okay. I'll go back to my regular speed for my other videos, but That's why I'm like crazy fast in this video. So what I was going to say is there was this beautiful acetate cut apart sheet, and I grabbed this just gold striped and I cut it in half, and I used that on either side of my photo. And then I pull out that vellum arrow, but I don't actually end up using it. I grab another tag that says, "Oh, the places you'll go," and I end up sticking it there. And then I cover up "you'll go" because I wasn't paying attention. So it just says, "Oh, the places" with a camera, but hey, it works. And of course, my ATG would run out because why wouldn't my ATG run out whenever I'm filming a video? Um, and you know how I said that I was having a lot of common sense issues? Okay, so watch me try to do this. First, I tried putting it on the wrong side. Now, I've done this 1,000 times, right? So I tried putting it on the wrong side. Then, what you couldn't see there is I couldn't remember how it ran through. And then I finally get the tape stuff wrapped around, and I go to use it, and it's not working correctly, and I'm like, what in the world? And I finally realized that it's because I forgot to put the thing, the, the black twisty knob thing, I forgot to put it back on. So, I mean, I was really struggling. This must have made my brain work a lot harder than I thought it was. So, I don't know. But I got through it. So, "Oh, the places you'll go," and then I stick that camera wood veneer down. And all of these things came in the kit. So, you can see how full it was. And I actually did a kit reveal video that I'll link below too so that you can see the full kit. I know that right now there's still a waiting list. July was the first month that I was able to receive the kit. I've been on the waiting list for a while, but they're trying to get spots opened up as quickly as possible. Their kits are so popular, and you can see why. You get a ton of stuff, and it's so beautiful, and it's so much fun to work with. So I have not been disappointed yet. Even before I was a subscriber, before I was on the subscription list, and I would just see other people's work, I was always like drooling over the kit. I wanted it so bad. So when I got the email that a spot had opened up, I was like literally jumping for joy. But yeah, so I used a cut apart sheet, and I grabbed that journaling card, and see how long it took me to realize I didn't have that thing in? Gosh, kill myself. Sometimes whenever I watch myself work. I also added that must see little pennant looking thing up at the top left, and just kind of another one underneath it to add some layering to the photo. And I don't do a whole lot of embellishing on this layout because the background's so busy, and I think the background is so colorful in itself. I didn't want my embellishments to get hidden. So here I'm gonna start. Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you about my journaling really fast. The journaling was talking about how it just says, "How did it take this long to take Adeline fishing for the first time? She had a lot of fun, but still has some learning to do." And then I talk about where we were. It was Memorial Day in 2015. And, I grew up as an outdoorsy girl. So my dad was always taking me fishing. My dad and my mom, we were always on the boat, always on the water. Very quickly, I learned that if I didn't learn to tie my own hook and bake my own hook and, do all the fishing maintenance, that I wasn't going to fish because my dad, not that he wasn't going to take the time, like he totally taught me how, but I could do it a lot faster if I didn't have to wait on him. So very much like a fisher girl, I guess, growing up. And it just hit me one day, like Adeline's 3 years old and we still haven't even taken her fishing. And so I'm glad that we were able to do this because it taught me, one, she does still have a lot to learn because she just kept like slapping the pole in the water. She totally didn't get the concept. And she was tired and she needed a nap, but still, like, just introducing her to something that I've always loved to do and that her dad's always loved to do, it was just kind of neat. So that's what the journaling is about. I grabbed those puppy stickers also from the Journey line and used half of that zigzag and then some of the arrows. And then I do have to go through and glue them down because I've used them since and it's still the same problem. They just don't want to stick down. So that's what you'll probably see me doing if I haven't already done it. I kind of lost track talking about fishing. But the title is Go Fishing. And I use these black thickers and then the gold, I think they're from Mitch. I don't know if I'm saying that right, Niche, I think, but they're so pretty. And I was excited to be able to bring that big pop of gold because it brings in the gold from the that acetate sheet that I had, and then I'll also stick down a gold arrow next to the fishing. So, and this layout is getting wrapped up pretty quickly. Yeah, here I am. I moved the zigzag down to the bottom, and then I just took some of my Tombow Mono and glued it down. So yeah, and that wraps up the layout. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to have some feedback below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up because that lets YouTube know that you want to see more content from me, and it really helps me out. So, oh, I added those feathers too on top of the camera. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back soon with another video. Have a great weekend. It's Friday here, so I guess it's Friday everywhere. But when I'm filming this, it's Friday, and so we're going to have a lot of fun this weekend. I'll talk to you later. Bye.